Pioneers with the interlocking DU logo on each side. First look at those in this 2022 campaign, as Alec Stathakis gets set to go to work against Brian Michael, one of the captains for Air Force. Ball is down. Our first Toyota face-off of the season is nearly here. FM Sports Radio 104.3 The Fan and ESPN Denver 1600, the official flagship radio home of DU hockey, basketball, and men's lacrosse. As this game and this home season underway here at Barton Stadium, the Pioneers win the opening face-off. So Air Force for the second straight week, the game's first goal, and the Falcons come away with a face-off victory right behind it. Brian Michael with the win. He's one of the captains on this Air Force. When you see a guy wind up for a pass in football and the ball just floats out of his hand. Goal number 2 of the day for Denver. That comes a minute and 13 seconds after Alex Simmons' goal, his third of the year, and the Pioneers with another face-off win. Alec Stathakis gets the assist to Chase Douglas. And Air Force went too quickly as a face-off who gave up the first one, have scored 3 of the 4 since, and Denver has a 3-2 lead. 3:45 to go here in the first quarter as Air Force gets its second face-off win of the day. They win. So back for another Toyota face-off. Great job by the Pioneers to force the turnover on the clear. Alec Stathakis will go to work against Michael once more, and Brian Michael comes away with back-to-back face-off wins for the first time today. Air Force quickly in transition, shoots and scores. Brandon Dodd, his first, and it is a Pioneer 1-goal lead now with 3:10 remaining. Here in the first quarter, Alex Stathakis has gotten a lot of work out of the face-off dot as this one's pinned under the stick of Air Force's Brian Michael. Now swept over toward the far sideline, and Stathakis comes free from a crowd of Falcons with that ball, and Denver has that coming at all. And Malik Sparrow is not the kind of guy that you want coming in from your blind side to lay you out, and he laid every bit of that 6'2", 195 frame into that check and got Denver. The conversation this year, of course, is about Jack Hanna, and rightly so. Big East midfielder of the year last year, but it's very encouraging for this Denver team that the Pioneers have gotten some really good early season contributions from their other veterans. First face-off of the second half went Denver's way. Second one went Air Force's way, but the Pioneers able to force the turnover, and we've got a face-off violation that will go against Air Force. And we've got a face-off violation this time. Alec Stathakis was back for another Toyota face-off and another win for Alec Stathakis. Stath now 8 for 13 on the day today. Again. This is a great move by Silstrop, who kind of head-faked Shad Bruce into thinking he was going to pass that one. And he did not. JJ is now within 1 goal of matching his career high for most in a game, as he's got 4. And oh man, we've got an Air Force player down off of the face-off. That's Sam Ewing working against Brian Michael. Alec leads this category 8-6 so far. 5:43 to go here in quarter number 2. Whistle and the scrum begins at midfield. As Stathakis will pop this one out into his own defensive end, carry it back in the direction of following the shot. 46.7 seconds left. Faceoff pops back between the legs of Alec Stathakis, and now somebody had it in a stick for a moment there. It is knocked out of bounds, and it'll be Denver's ball. It was back into the Pioneer end. And wait a sec, now they're changing direction on this. The same official who signaled that that was Denver's ball then walked up to the official in the middle of the field, seemingly had a one-sided conversation, and decided to change his mind. So it's going to be Air Force's ball evidently now, with 30. Head lacrosse coach Bill Tierney coming up post-game. Coach will call in. We will then head to our pregame interview with Pioneers head coach Jeff Wolbrin on the basketball side. And then we'll get you right into the first half of the Pioneers matchup with South Dakota Athletics and Recreation. 12:15 to go as the face-off win this time belongs to Brian Michael, one of the cap. Bardak lost his stick and started spinning into the air, as Jay Stickney described it last night on the hockey broadcast, about halfway to Pueblo. And the two looking out at the officials, pleading their case like, hey, I didn't do it. And now back for a Toyota face-off as a loose ball bouncing toward the near side. A great job by Freehill to free up some space for Matthew Marino for a Super Bowl in the lifetimes of all of these Ohioans on the Pioneers lacrosse roster. As Denver comes away with the face-off win off of Hannah's first goal of the day, but only briefly in possession, as that ball was on the stick of J.J. Silstrop. Now a scramble for it as it's still loose, scraped up by James Chastain. And we've got a whistle and a push call that'll give it. And a face-off won briefly by Alec Stathakis, who then had the stick smacked out of his hands, and the ball taken away by Air Force. So as Denver ended up with a one-goal win, and now off of what looked like a face-off win for Air Force, ball was loose momentarily. We go back for Toyota face-off number 23 today, and that'll go as face-off win number 14 for Alec Stathakis. Stathakis home Gold Pan series. Pioneers will be home on Saturday for that one and on the road for Friday, as Denver with a 4-goal lead. I'm not going to be able to get enough of this staring contest between now and the end of the game, as Denver with this 12-8 season. And it comes at exactly 7 minutes to go here in the fourth. And a hold call on the faceoff will give this ball to the Pioneers. Standing for our staring contest. So it's not fair, because when the ball gets put down, I have to look that way, so I lose every staring contest. This is brutal. We're not playing by the same rules here, as Denver tries to get the faceoff win, and the Pioneers do so and secure it going the other way.